Welcome back. With the school break underway, our roads will soon experience a surge in traffic. Families will be heading out on their well-deserved vacations, and children will be playing near the streets, and young drivers will be taking to the roads. Joining us in studio is Mr. Ruben Uupindi, the Senior Manager of Accident and Injury Prevention at the Motor Vehicle Accident Fund of Namibia. He'll be sharing his insight on the school holidays road safety campaigns and the measures that the fund has implemented to create a safer and more responsible driving environment for all Namibians, particularly during the school holiday period. Mr. Uupindi, good evening.
Good evening, and good evening to the viewers.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's start by talking about the measures, Mr. Uupindi, that the MVA recommends to ensure concerning the safety of children during the school holidays, especially, in night hours and within the residential neighborhoods.
Yes, as we know, the school closed last week, and we issued a statement where we are urging parents to actually take responsibility and the safety of children. So we are saying, okay, the children are now not at school, they are at home, so we should take care of them. What we are doing at the fund is to have platforms like this where we talk to the public, but this time we are focusing on the parents because children are not at school. During school time, we assist schools with Scholar Patrol. We assist them with activations and helping the children to cross the road. But now, children will be at home. Mm-hmm. Our message is also going to the drivers. We are saying, please, drivers, drive slow and be cautious when driving through the suburbs and townships, because this time children unfortunately will be on the streets and they will be playing in the streets, and especially children that are from young age up to 6, 7, who are considered not to be able to make their own good judgment when crossing the road, so they can run at any time. Mm-hmm. We also have the same message to parents and guardians. There has been an increase in incidences of parents who run over their own children, mm-hmm. Because the children were either playing under the vehicle or napping under the vehicles, or just following the father or the mother to the car. And because you have not checked well, you end up running your own child. It has happened. There are few cases, really quite prevalent in recent time. Mm-hmm. So all these things, we are encouraging parents really to also now take over from the teachers and educate the children about road safety, how to cross the road, how to observe traffic lights, now that the children are at home. Yeah.
Talk to us, Mr. Uupindi, about any plans to support schools, or not schools, or rather communities, because that's where the children are currently, in promoting road safety education and awareness around this matter.
Yeah, look, the fund with other stakeholders, we also engage in community outreach programs. Mm-hmm. This week, our teams are in Kavango East, where Kavango East is one of the regions with high pedestrian incidences, mm-hmm. that also include children. And we are engaging communities. We have community meetings, but we also have other activities that are also focusing on preventing pedestrian-related crashes. Mm-hmm. So we have all these programs in various. We have them in different regions. In the north, we have a team that is consistently also doing community outreach programs to speak to traditional leaders, to speak to constituency leaders, councillors, and also we do it together with the colleagues from the law enforcement. But I think we need to emphasize that the responsibility this time we're giving it really to the parents, because we can't reach all the corners of the country. Of course, we will use social media platforms, we will use the radio and so on. But I think parents should take responsibility this time during the school holidays.
What are the most common causes of pedestrian-related crashes involving children?
Yeah, most of them would be when the child is crossing a road or in intersection. But if you look generally at all the pedestrian cases, when a vehicle would collide with a person, there are always three things involved, three factors. That would be your driver, that would be the pedestrian, him or herself, but also the infrastructure has to be considered. So if you look at, if it's a highway, then you know that there are no platforms created for crossing the road. And these are the cases that are prevalent, especially in the regions, because children have to cross the road to go to and from school. And it poses danger because vehicles are at a speed of 120 kilometers. At schools, mostly Roads Authority has ensured that speed is reduced up to 60. We are calling for speed to be reduced to 30 in line with WHO guidelines around schools. And we have assisted some of the schools already. We will continue to do so with the stakeholders. So then the drivers are also, in most instances, inconsiderate because they are at a high speed, and they are not considering that they have to share the road with pedestrians. So it's pedestrians, it's drivers, but also infrastructure sometimes does not provide for opportunities to either cross the road or walk along the road.
Just lastly, before we release you, Mr. Uupindi, what specific actions does the MVA recommend for motorists to ensure the safety of children on the roads, especially during the holiday season?
Yeah, like I said, children are at home. This time they will be flooding the streets, playing on the street. But we are also talking to parents. You will observe if you drive even around Windhoek that parents would be in the vehicle with children, and children are just on the loose. Some of them even playing on the dashboard or moving from one seat to another, and it poses a danger if something happens. Children need to be restrained in the vehicle. It's one of the points that we have to raise with the parents. But again, we are saying children also should be cautious. Even when playing on the street, they must observe and help each other if there are vehicles that are driving in the street. I know sometimes they do that. They are playing the ball and the child would run to collect the ball. But the emphasis goes to drivers, because drivers need really to consider that this time children will be on the street. But parents also must ensure that children, especially the young ones, we were saying from age 0 to age 5, they should really stay out of the street, especially when it's getting dark. Yes.
Mr. Uupindi, we thank you for your time and joining us this evening.
Thank you very much, and we really wish all the road users safe travel on our roads during the holidays. We know in few weeks they will have to go and collect the children from different parts of the country. We have yesterday offered our condolences to the families of the 9 people that were killed in one crash, 20 kilometers out of Otavi, and I'm just repeating that, and ensuring families that our officers in Oshiwarongo and Otavi will be ready to assist when necessary, especially with the funeral claims. So we encourage families to visit the two offices, but also any of our other office that is closer to them. But it would most likely be Otavi and Oshiwarongo. And at the end, our accident response number 9682, we always emphasize to say everyone must save the number, so that if you come across a crash or you are involved in a crash, you can call the number and report the crash, and services will be dispatched without delay.
Thank you so much.
At the end, we are also discouraging the children. This is also the time that we experience a lot of prank calls to our call center, because children are at home doing nothing, and some of them have access to the phones, and they are calling the number, reporting crashes that are not there, and resources are wasted if we respond to such crashes. So we ask them to refrain from calling the number. It's a serious number.
Also, thank you for being with us once again. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
That was Mr. Ruben Uupindi from the MVA speaking to us there. We'll be right back shortly. Don't go away.